Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving into something, well, it's pretty mind-blowing. It's a method for getting what you want, not by working harder, but by, well, doing almost nothing. It's from Dr. Frank Kinslow, and trust me, it might just flip everything you thought you knew about reaching your goals completely on its head. So, let's jump right in. But first, I want to start with a question. I think we've all been here, right? Why is it that the constant chase for happiness, the next big thing, the perfect partner, more money, why does it so often just leave us feeling more frustrated and tired than when we started? It's a hamster wheel, and it can be totally exhausting. And here's the thing. According to Kinslow, that feeling is a huge red flag. It's telling us our whole approach is, well, it's kind of backwards. We're trying to solve all our problems with our thinking mind, but what if the mind itself is where the problem starts? Kinslow puts it perfectly. This quote just nails the dilemma. He argues that our thinking mind, the part that's always analyzing, planning, and worrying, is the source of all the noise. So trying to think your way into a state of peace, it's literally like trying to lift the very chair you're sitting on. It's impossible. You're just stuck. And the culprit behind all this frantic thinking is what Kinslow calls the ego. Now, this isn't about being arrogant or anything like that. It's just that part of us, that little voice in our head that believes I am my thoughts or I am my problems. It's always digging up regrets from the past or creating anxieties about the future. And it creates this constant feeling that something's missing, that we're not whole. So this is the trap the ego lays for us, right? On one side, you've got happiness. It's conditional, it depends on things going our way, it's temporary, it comes from desire, and it just leads to more and more wanting. But then over here, you have serenity or peace, and this is totally different. It's unconditional, it's always there, and it's the natural state of who we really are. We're out there chasing this fleeting feeling when the permanent one is already inside us the whole time. Okay, so if striving and chasing are the problem, then what on earth is the solution? Well, Kinslow says it all starts by discovering a state of being that's already within you. He has a special name for it, the you feeling. And here's the twist. The way out isn't another clever idea or some new positive affirmation. No, the real answer is found in the silent gaps between our thoughts. You know those moments, right? Those tiny pockets of pure quiet between one thought and the next. We all have them, but our mind usually hates silence, so it rushes to fill it up. Well, that silence, that's the key to everything. That silent space is pure awareness, which Kinslow calls your true self. And I absolutely love this analogy he uses. Think of your thoughts, your emotions, all the drama in your life. That's the movie, but you are not the movie. You are the screen it's all playing on. And that screen is always there, it's always silent, totally stable, and completely untouched by whatever crazy story is unfolding on it. So what happens when you actually, consciously, just for a moment, let your attention rest in that quiet, pure awareness? A totally natural, kind of blissful feeling just bubbles up. That is the E-feeling. It's not something you have to create or force. It's the peace, joy, and love that are already there when you just stop getting so tangled up in the movie of your mind. Okay, so this is where things get really, really interesting and super practical. How do we take this peaceful state and actually use it to make our desires a reality without all the effort? It's all done through what he calls the art of intention. The technique is called the quantum entrainment intention, or just QE intention for short. And it's a beautifully simple process for planting the seed of what you want in the most fertile soil imaginable, that field of pure awareness. Kinslow has this great name for it, the intention sandwich, and it's so simple. Step 1, you get your first slice of bread. You just become aware of that you feeling, that inner peace. Step 2, you gently add the filling. That's your intention. You think of what you want for just a second, super gently, no effort. And then, and this is the most important part, step 3, you immediately put the top slice of bread on. You let go of the intention completely and just go right back to resting in that peaceful you feeling. That's it. No repeating it, no visualizing, no forcing it. Now, the reason this is so ridiculously powerful is because it works through surrender, not through effort. The moment you let go of your desire, you release it from the anxious, controlling grip of your ego, and you basically hand it over to the infinite organizing power of the universe to figure out. Think of it like this. It's the perfect analogy. You get into a taxi in a city you don't know. You tell the driver your destination, one time, that's your intention. You don't grab the steering wheel and start yelling at him about which streets to take, right? No. You trust he knows the best way. You lean back, you relax, maybe you look out the window and enjoy the ride. That is exactly how QE intention works. You state your desire to the universe, and then you let go and trust it'll handle the delivery. This chart really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? The old way, the ego-driven way, is all about hard work, struggle, and focusing on the problem, on what you lack. The emotion is fear. But the QE intention, it is the total opposite. It's effortless. It's about allowing and receiving. Your focus is on the peace of the present moment, and the feeling is trust. It's a massive shift from forcing things to happen to just allowing them to happen. So it all comes down to this one kind of wild paradox. The less you do, the more you actually achieve. By getting that worried, controlling part of you out of the way, you open the door for your goals to show up with a kind of ease that all that striving and struggling could never, ever produce. And that's really the question I want to leave you with today. What could you create? What desires for peace or abundance or love might just effortlessly show up for you if you stop trying so hard to chase them down, and instead, just for a moment, learned to rest in the peace that's already here? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.